Much love, and I'm Wayne Johnson with Doc and Queen Ministries. Hope everyone has had a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. I'm going to do a short lesson on what a husband needs from a wife. I got eight. Um, there could be more, there could be less. Um, all husbands are different, but I just think I'm using eight basics, and we're just going to go into it and take it from there. Now I'm going to go ahead and list the eight. I'm going to come back and name them off one by one as well. But first one, respect. Second one is love and affection. Third one is honor. Fourth, being the number one. Five, friend. Six, compliments him. Seven, friendship and trust. And then lastly, togetherness and bonding. So let us get into what a husband needs from a wife. Now, respect. Now, we can find respect, and there's a lot out. We've been hearing it a lot more now that husbands need respect, wives need love. And so we've been getting into that. So let us start out about respect. And we can find respect, and we know that the Bible kind of supports this, not kind of, but it does supports this. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 22. And it reads, wives, be willing to serve your husbands the same as the Lord. So husbands want respect, and wives are to respect their husbands the same way they respect the Lord. Now, hopefully, they already know how to respect the Lord. So, therefore, it should be easier to respect their husband. It's a learning process because we weren't taught this, and it's not being taught. But if we read our word, we study our word, we communicate with God, we can learn these things of how a woman can respect their husbands. Number two, love and affection. Now we know those who are husbands, we know that you got your wife and you want to put your hands on her. You like an octopus. You want to walk by and touch her, and you everything just seems always to be about affection, unless you just had a rough day. But all things being equal, and you had a good day, you just overdo it. So, husbands, number two is love and affection. Now, I'm not going to read First Corinthians chapter 7, verses 2 through 4, but make sure you take a look at that. It explains that in the Bible. But I'm going to take you instead to Songs of Solomon. Songs of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 2. And that reads, cover me with kisses, for your love is better than wine. I don't want to speak for all the husbands, but I want to speak for a good majority of them. It is nothing like when your wife is the one who initiates the affection, the kisses. It's outside of, when we're tired, outside of when we're watching the game, outside of when we're ever doing whatever hobby we like to do. But for the most part, we love when that our wife is the one who initiate, because we don't have no problems initiating because that's just who we are. But we really, really love that affection that our wives can bring and give to us. Number three, honor. A man wants to be honored. And when I mean honor, it's a little bit different than respect. When I mean honor, I mean like if your wife is a cook or doesn't mind cooking his favorite meal, fixing him breakfast in bed, um, going back to the affection, wearing something sexy that he likes, husbands like to be honored. And just doing those little things showing honor to them. We know that women like when men do things for them. It's the same. Um, the giving and the receiving of what it may be different. Men are so more into, you know, the affection piece. Um, but that is kind of how that looks. So honor them, doing something special, making them feel important. They like to feel honored. I know for me, what I used to always like to hear um, is that uh, when there's discussions, and my wife would say, "Well, Wayne said," or "This is what Wayne thinks." Honor. Men like to be honored. Number four, being number one, not the kids, not the parents, not the sister, not the brother, not the job, not anything, but being number one. Um, this is something that I'm going to read that always sticks out to me. Husbands like being number one. Family relationships are important, but your marriage must come first. If your spouse come to you with something that is bothering them about a family member, listen to them. Work together to set boundaries and resolve conflict. Do not blow off any concerns they have. Now, we've all have seen enough movies. We've all heard. We really hate either side when we allow our parents or our children to come and be number one over our spouse. And I know for husbands want to be number one. Everything comes after. And so being number one is very important to most husbands, if not all. Number five, friend. A husband wants his wife to be his best friend. Now, before you become married, most guys have a best friend. They have a guy partner that's their best friend. But once they become married, your new best friend is your wife. Um, they become your best friend. You can talk and deal with them about almost everything. Actually, should be everything. Um, you want someone that you can joke with, laugh with, do other fun events with, giggle about, tease. All of those things is the friend that you are looking for. Number six, um, husbands looking for somebody who can compliment them, somebody who kind of like their own style. Someone that they feel good walking in the building with side by side. You're the king and that's your queen. You want somebody to complement your personality. Your personality might be this, and then your wife's personality might be that. And it's just that extra flavor that you need that you may not bring to the table, but she does. That is important to most husbands. Number seven, friendship and trust. Friendship and trust. We all need someone that we can trust. We need that partner who we can trust. That what they say is a ride or die person. You want somebody that you can count on in times of difficulties. We all will have different tough times. So you want somebody that you can trust. Lastly, togetherness and bonding. You want somebody that you can bond with. that you have a close, tight togetherness with. There's something about you and her. That's why it says, and that verse is one we read all the time. Genesis chapter 2, verse 24. Surely you would be able to recite this one by heart. That is why a man leaves his father and mother and is joined to his wife. In this way, two people become one. And, for those who have been out there, I know you know different married couples, and after a while, it just seems like they start looking like each other, or they operate the same way. The two becoming one. And you have to understand that those things are very important to a husband. Many of us guys, we have, favorite sports teams, and we like to feel like we are part of that team, even though we're not. But with your wife, you are a team. And being a team is the two of you becoming one. I hope that this has helped. This is just some of the things that uh, wives, husbands, we need to know about each other. I need to know about what they need. They need to know what we need. So everything will be a-okay. You have to understand, as a team, being a two coming to one, you will have an opposition. And if you know what your husband needs, and husband, if you know what your wife needs, and you have God on your side, you are now better equipped to fight against the enemy, who's definitely going to come at your marriage. Take care. God bless. Once again, much love. Enjoy this beautiful day.